Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to How to Feed the Beast in Minecraft. Today we're going to be producing the final major component to make our lightning rod. In this video I'm going to cover the steps needed to make this item from the Gregtech mod. This is the Supercondensator. Now, although we're using this as a recipe part for our lightning rod, it does have a use on its own. By default it will accept packets of 1 million EU per tick, and convert those packets down to extreme voltage, which is 8192 EU per tick. That then can be fed down into a high voltage transformer or machines that accept extreme voltage, such as a mass fabricator. If you apply a redstone signal, it will accept any packets of EU and will output packets of 1 million EU per tick, though currently there's nothing in Feed the Beast that requires this kind of energy or can even safely handle it. Now, it's quite a complex machine to build, and some of the components do have several methods or alternatives for construction, so let's head on over to the workshop and put it together in the easiest way we can. Now, once again we're going to be using a little bit of iridium, I'm afraid, but let's have a look in the crafting table, and a couple of things that you are going to need that we've done in previous episodes, such as the highly advanced machine block, the energy flow circuits which we made in the previous video, and the Lapotron crystals which we also covered in the previous video. The first thing I'm going to do with these Lapotron crystals is use these because they don't stack and they are taking up half of my inventory. So what we want to do in the crafting table is to put 8 Lapotron crystals around the outside edge, take an iridium plate and pop that in the middle, and that will give us a Lapotronic energy orb. Now, we're going to need a few of these for this particular construction, so I'm going to pop that in there and we are going to get on with the next step. Now, one of the items we will need to make to build the supercondensator is this thing, the superconductor. Now, there are 3 different recipes for the superconductor, all using different variations of coolant cells. The easiest one for us to make with the current technology and equipment we have is the helium coolant cell, and for that we are going to need glowstone dust and our industrial centrifuge. So, what we need to make each one, we are going to need 16 glowstone dust. I want to make 3, so 3 times 16 is 48. 3 empty cells, and we will leave that to process and see what we get. Well, finally. That took an incredibly long time, but we finally and eventually have our first helium cell. We also get some gold dust and some redstone as a byproduct, which we can keep for later. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, there are actually 3 different recipes to make the superconductor using different types of cooling cell. Now, why this cooling cell isn't exactly the quickest to make, because you have to rely on the slowness of the industrial centrifuge, it does have the least construction steps and use the fewest materials. So you might want to get this process going and be doing something else while you're waiting for it. So we just need to wait for 2 more helium cells. Okay, so now we have all 3 of our helium cells. First thing we want to do is turn them into coolant cells, so we're going to put them in the centre of a crafting table, and top, bottom, left and right in the middle with a tin ingot will give you a 60k helium coolant cell. We want to make 3 of those, so we're going to repeat that process 3 times, and we are going to get 3 of these cells, which unfortunately do not stack. So while we're in the crafting table, we're going to put those coolant cells in the top row. We are going to put an iridium plate in the centre with a tungsten plate either side, which we covered in a previous video, and then the energy flow circuits, which we made in the last video, 3 of those across the bottom, and that will give us 4 superconductors. Now, we only need 2 superconductors to put together our supercondensator, so let's do that now. Our highly advanced machine block in the middle, with a Lapotronic energy orb at the top and bottom. Energy flow circuits, we want 4 of those in the corners, and then our 2 superconductors go either side on the left and on the right. And there you go, we have our supercondensator. So we now have the final major component that we need to build our lightning rod. So guys, there you have it. We now have all the major components needed to build our lightning rod. And in the next video, we will be putting it all together and building the mast, placing it on the roof, and hopefully it will all work as intended. So guys, I hope as always you have found this video informative and entertaining. If you have, please like, subscribe and share because it really helps the channel to grow. And as always, if you do have any ideas for future videos, any machine, mod or item you'd like to see me build and demonstrate, either send me a message or leave it in the comments below and I will add it to the list. And as I've said before, I do try and go through these things in a logical order on the tech tree, so if you do ask for something slightly more advanced, it may take me a little while to get there, but it will go on the list and I will get there eventually. So guys, thanks for watching. I've been UnstableVoltage and this has been How to Feed the Beast in Minecraft, and I'll see you on the next video. So goodbye for now.